it's too long. I can't make it on my own steam, but it won't be long. Once in a while we're allowed to dream that we're gonna make it through the night. We're gonna journey to the light. We're gonna make it through the night. Whoa. We're gonna make it through the dark, and we're gonna find out who we are. We're gonna make it through the dark. No one can tell us who we are. We're that only love can ignite. And I'm fine with this. I wouldn't have it any other way. 'Cause we were made for this. You and me, we're gonna fly away. That we're gonna make it through the night. We're gonna journey to the light. We're gonna make it through the night. Whoa. We're gonna make it through the dark, and we're gonna find out who we are. We're gonna make it through the dark. No one can tell us who we are. We're that only love can ignite. The sun will rise. The sun will rise. And the sun will rise. The sun will rise. But we're gonna make it through the night. We're gonna journey to the light. We're gonna make it through the night. Whoa. We're gonna make it through the dark. We're gonna find out who we are. We're gonna make it through the dark. No one can tell us who we are. We're that only love can ignite. With light.
We left this town with the speakers loud and the radio playing old Sublime that we stole online, every verse we know. And we hadn't had a clue if we'd make it by noon or even where we'd go. We don't need a map, everywhere is home. We don't need a map, everywhere. The tank said E and we all agree that we're just too broke to fill it back up, so we left your truck on the road with Rome. Then we found a motel with a cigarette smell, so we knew we're close. We don't need a map, everywhere is home. We don't need a map, everywhere is home. Is where I can find some peace of mind to make my own way. I don't know where I will end up, but I'll find it someday. Keep on searching, engine burning while we're turning it around. But don't get left behind on the road. But don't get left behind on the road. Don't get left behind on the road. Don't get left behind on the road. the music up when he raps about hope. We hold our thumbs high and hope someone is kind enough to give us all a ride. And we wouldn't have a clue if we'd make it back to or even where we'd go. But we don't need a map, everywhere is home. A Ford stopped on the street, said where you trying to be. We said we don't really care, we'll know it when we're there. We took on down the road, he flipped on his radio. Santeria started slow, so we knew that we were close. Home is where I can find some peace of mind and make my own way. I don't know where I will end up, but I'll find it someday. Keep on searching, engine burning while we're turning it around. But don't get left behind on the road. 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 Home is where I can find some peace of mind and make my own way. I don't know where I will end up, but I'll find it someday. Keep on searching, engine burning while we're turning it around. But don't get left behind on the road.
Alright everyone, welcome back. I'm Winter, and it is May 5th of 2024. Thank you guys for being here so early on. Hopefully, you've had a good day so far, and hopefully it's about to get just a little bit better. Today, playing StarCraft with commentary. Thank you since we last here, Bonsonator, OG's Peace, Bug Splatter, MJ Perry. Glad you're still enjoying. Congratulations to all the brave Terrans and Protoss who fought today in the final rounds of the regionals. And also shout out to the Zergs for standing by and enjoying it in quite a unique experience. So, we may go over some of that. I'm starting to think that Zerg guy was pretty good. But unsubstantiated. Not sure what we're going to do today, but it's going to be good. Source, just trust me, bro. Don't go anywhere. I mean, we're here already. Gamer time. Let's pick. What did we learn? Never let a Protoss get more than 3 units before punching them in the face. That's the limit. And if you fail, just move on. I don't want to run the risk. Like, there's a chance when I queue up, I'm not going to be able to just beat up a Zerg. The smaller chance, but well, you burnt my damn toast. 9 months. Bullying Zerg is my favorite part of the ladder. Cursors are for nerds. I play Terran with the Xbox controller. I recommend you play whatever race you find the most fun. But should still play others, especially the one that beats you the most often. Like, at least a quarter of the time.
If you want win, don't relax. Not enough minerals. Make sure your harvester's not gone for the coffee break.
Huh? SCV ready. You're the boss.
You need more minerals.
SCV ready. What? Ah! Big job, huh? In the... Ah! In the rear with the...
You need to construct additional supply depot.
What's going on?
Never trust a Terran.
You have enough minerals.
You can probably get away with 1 ranks expand on this map.
SCV
Probably.
ready.
Then you're gonna get siege tank drop.
Go ahead. Huh?
We're not gonna risk it. We'll be part of the problem.
SCV ready. Bad news? Yeah. Go ahead. SCV ready. Bad news? Big job, huh? SCV ready. Ah! You scared me! Uh-huh. Well, Buttermouth, in the rear. What's going on? Yes, sir. In the rear with the gear. What's going on? Big job.
Command center upgrade is finished. Time to kill enemies.
SCV ready. Go ahead. I'm listening. Bad news?
This location not
SCV ready. Yeah, bro.
need to find a better place to build. Acceptable landing zone.
Ben? SCV ready. What's going on? Cyclone ready for action.
Hmm.
You got... Console.
We were looking forward to this, Adon. Adon is ready. Finally, Adon is complete.
What's going on? Yeah, whatever.
Technology require more weapons. You need more minerals.
Cyclone got a target in mind. It's loud. Ought to be good. Channels clear. SCV ready. Got something from fueled up, ready to go. I'm listening.
Not let your ATV get damaged.
What?
Been waiting. By the number.
You must have more weapons.
SCV ready.
Need more energy.
Fueled up. Who wants some? You gonna give me orders? Aye, aye. SCV ready.
Command center upgrade completed successfully.
This better be good. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. This location not good for rebuilding.
Show SCV ready. Sure, go, go, go. Can't wait. Who wants some? Why? What's our
Can't believe he stuck around.
SCV ready? Let's go. You lay it on me. SCV ready?
The search is ready. Time to show our strength. Content is blocking the landing.
Fueled up, ready to go.
Adon is ready.
Got no faith. What's our target? Ready. What? By the numbers, boys.
State your
We can use some help here. We can use some help here.
The enemy attacked our forces. You have some... Without energy, we can't do it.
SCV ready. Go it.
We need more energy. Command center, move it to another level.
state your request.
This better be good. Ready, Blunder. SCV ready.
You have not enough minerals. Привет. Not enough minerals. Make sure your research is ready.
SCV ready. Armed and
Mineral field exhausted. Time to make expand.
you want a piece of me, boy? SCV ready.
You need more minerals.
SCV ready.
Need to find a more suitable place to land.
Big job, huh? Okay. give me orders? I feel ya.
Not enough. Finally, a zone is complete. You need more? You have not enough minerals. Harvester should work harder.
SCV ready. Sure thing. I've been waiting on you.
Your research is complete.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Make sure your harvester's not gone for the coffee break.
You got it. Ready?
Upgrade has you have not enough minerals. Harvester should
SCV ready.
You need more minerals.
SCV ready. Ready to blunder.
SCV in danger. Need more minerals.
Armed and ready.
Should have happened. Your minerals is landed.
Go, go, go! Who wants some? Load up! Armed and ready. What's that? SCV ready. SCV ready. Gangway, coming through. Can't wait.
No more minerals.
No one lives forever.
TVT. I don't think we're gonna see less TVT as time goes on. Especially at this rate.
Big
The
job.
strongest will win. Not enough minerals. Make sure your harvester's not gone for the coffee break.
SCV ready. We hear you.
You need more minerals.
Woo-hoo! Overtime.
You have not enough minerals. Harvester should work harder.
SCV ready. Huh? What's going? What's going on? Bad news.
You need to construct additional supply depot.
Thought you were
Not
Zerg?
enough minerals.
Yeah,
Make sure your harvester's
me
not
too.
gone for the coffee break.
But I have an 80% win rate against Zerg as Terran.
SCV ready.
The reverse is not true.
SCV ready.
Same opponent? No. Just different Terran.
SCV ready. Big jump. Go ahead.
Not enough weapon gas for this action.
Gonna do no scout into complaining if I get cheesed. Opener.
Huh? Yep. I'm going. In the huh?
Command center, move it to another level. Technology require more weapon gas.
The Grim Reaper has arrived. Let's do this. Nothing I can't handle. On the way. Oh yeah, but what's it worth? Big,
This cheeser.
what's going on? I'm listening. Fair enough. Yes, and yeah, from what you that got some. You know me, man. All right. The Grim Reaper has arrived. What's it worth? I'm ready. I'm listening.
You must have more Western gas. You have SCV ready. You need more minerals.
I think it's only 2 Rexes, but
Comms open. Oh, I'll get there.
Command center upgrade. SCV ready to kill enemy.
Cyclone on alert. Cyclone receiving.
I was wrong.
Adjusting for nuke. SCV ready. You got cool. Show me who you want to die.
Or those might be the only 2.
SCV
Up
ready.
in those.
This ought to be good. Channels clear.
Liberation is at hand.
This ought to be good.
SCV ready.
Moving into position.
Attention!
Show me who you want to die. I get you.
SCV ready. If not all the attack, you can lose game. SCV ready.
We have you on screen.
What?
Ah,
I'm listening.
SCV ready.
Who wants some? Been waiting on.
We need more energy.
how can we help? Yes, sir. Standing by.
It should have happened. Your minerals is ended.
This better be good. What? You gonna ready to orders?
Need to find a better place.
Alright.
Line. Let's go kill something.
This location not good for
So
rebuilding.
he's gonna go mech.
SCV ready.
Go ahead. Enemy contact.
You are looking forward to it. SCV ready.
Who wants? We can use some help here.
Hmm.
Bad news?
Need more energy.
SCV ready.
I'm gonna be upset when I lose to nothing here.
By the numbers, boys.
We'll see.
New subscriber detected.
My wife for hire to
I just don't enjoy it.
Resubscription confirmed. Automatically reload. Thanks.
Finally, add-on is complete.
SCV ready. Bad news? SCV ready.
Command center upgrade completed successfully. We need more energy. We were looking forward to this add-on.
This better be.
Oh, wait.
Sure.
No more minerals in the field.
What's going? In the rear.
Command
with the
center
gear.
upgrade is finished. Time to kill enemy.
SCV.
You have exhausted all the minerals in the cluster.
Under.
Command center move it to another level.
SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV ready. Comms open. You want a piece of me, boy? Cyclone. By the numbers, boys.
Add-on is ready.
What's going?
State your request.
Let's get into the fire here.
We were looking forward to this.
Who wants some? Go, go, go! SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Make sure your harvester's not gone for the coffee break.
SCV ready. Go ahead. Been
It should have happened. Your minerals is there. Research is ready.
Show me who you want to try.
Mineral field is working. Time to mass expand. Finally.
Ready to blunder.
Great.
Big job.
Not enough weapon gas. You have exhausted. Research is ready. Time to show our strength.
You want a piece of me, boy?
No more minerals.
Orders. SCV ready. Bad news? What's going on?
It should have happened. Technology require more weapon gas. Need to find all the way.
Ready.
You have exhausted all the minerals.
SCV ready. It's about to get heavy.
Ready for service.
Not enough supply.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
You must have more weapon gas.
We could use some help here. Tom, big weight is better be good. Oh, it's on. SCV ready.
Need to find a more suitable place to land. Not that enemy destroy our house. Not enough weapon gas for this action.
Roger that. You gonna do? Coming. This better be good.
More weapon gas. Not enough weapon gas for this action.
will be rewarded. Yeah. Oh, it's on.
Has been completed. Time to show new skill.
Got it.
Or win.
Fucking 2 racks. Thank you, Dash. Christ. Zakistan, Brian. Toast. All my fault. Glad y'all still enjoy. I almost lost that because of incompetence. I mean, that's most losses, but you're greedy. Oh, he took 3 CCs with no anti-air, so. I took 5. Couldn't be outdone. What is Terran's current advantage in the meta? They've got a decent strength when it comes to basic unit compositions and the strongest lining overall. $700, $800 MMR gap.
Strongest.
Spawn.
You win.
Your dedication will be rewarded.
Thank you, original pod,
It is
for
me
84
again,
months.
Your favorite viewer. Congratulations on the win.
SCV ready.
You are always my favorite streamer that is called
Need to
into
find
gaming
the
and
better
plays
place.
Oh, I just don't
StarCraft
You need
2.
more mineral. Not enough minerals. Make sure your harvester's not gone for the coffee break.
SCV ready.
The block list builds up before the report block list does, which, you know, is great design.
We need more supply.
Pro tip, by the way, to avoid the what probably shouldn't exist, which is a limit on the block
You
list.
have not enough minerals. Harvester should work harder.
SCV ready. Well, farm. SCV ready. Go ahead. SCV ready. Huh? Gotcha. Huh? SCV ready.
Very early.
Let's go.
Like 16.
Bad news. In the rear. Big jump. Ah! You scared me.
You need more. This location not good for rebuilding.
Bad news.
Not enough minerals. Make sure your harvester's not gone for the coffee break. Command center upgrade completed successfully.
In the rear with the gear.
The Grand Reaper has arrived.
Big job. SCV ready. Go ahead. Go, go, go. SCV ready.
Oh yeah, baby. What? You want something? Done. On them. Fear the Reaper, man.
SCV ready.
You have not enough minerals. Harvester should work harder.
All right. Agreed. Nothing I can't handle.
SCV ready.
Certainly.
Finally, advantage complete.
Good job. SCV ready.
This better be good.
Need to find a better place to build. Command center upgrade.
SCV ready.
Time to kill enemy. You need more minerals. Not enough minerals. Make sure your harvester's not gone for the coffee break. You have not enough.
SCV ready.
You need more minerals. Not enough minerals. Make sure your harvester's not gone for the coffee
SCV
break.
ready. Ready to raise some hell.
Yes, indeed.
Raise some hell. SCV ready.
Adonis ready.
Gas from above.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
You gonna give me? Got something for me to kill.
Command center move it to another level.
SCV ready.
Agreed.
SCV ready. In the rear. Raise some
Here.
hell.
You want a piece?
SCV ready. Bad news. Big job.
Without energy,
SCV ready.
you need more minerals.
SCV ready.
Harvester should work harder.
SCV ready. Go ahead.
What's it for?
SCV ready.
This better be
Need more energy.
SCV ready.
gas from above.
SCV ready.
That's fine.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Engine screen.
SCV ready.
Unacceptable landing zone. Talking is blocking the landing.
Go ahead. SCV ready. SCV ready. You scared me. Feel the reaper.
I got my ears on.
Talk to me, boss. SCV ready.
Yeah?
SCV ready.
We need more energy.
SCV ready.
Dislocation.
Go, go. I'm in it.
Finally, a zone is complete.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Make sure your research is complete. You can enjoy your meal. Adonis ready. Dislocation. Mineral
SCV ready.
You need more minerals. Need to find a better place to build. You have not enough minerals.
Ready to roll out. Go, go, go. You gonna give me orders?
Ready for dust off.
Armed and ready.
Loud and clear.
This better be good.
You must have more Western gas. No more minerals in with you.
Ready for dust off.
SCV ready. You want a piece of me, boy? You gonna give me orders?
Finally, our units get new upgrades. The enemy wants to destroy your SCV.
Go, go, go. This better be good.
Should have happened.
Ready for dust off.
Who wants some? Daylight burning. Coming through.
Research is ready.
Armed and ready.
Let's protect your base.
This better be good. Coming
Not enough minerals.
We can use some help here. Big wait. Go, go, go.
You have not enough minerals.
You want a piece of me, boy?
You need more minerals.
Who wants some? Anyway, coming through. Been waiting. This better be good. Go,
Loud
go,
and
go.
clear. Mayday! Mayday!
Armed and ready.
Inbound.
Who wants some?
Not enough supply depot. This location not good for rebuilding.
This better be good. Give me orders. Anyway,
We need to construct additional supply depot.
Ready for pickup? Mayday!
We need more supply depot. You have exhausted
we
all
can
the
use some help
minerals.
here.
You need to construct additional supply depot.
Outstanding.
Talk to me.
Been waiting on you. Who wants some?
Get me out of this mess.
Not enough supply depot. Our units need to live somewhere.
Want a piece of me, boy?
Understood.
We need more supply depot. Not enough supply depot. Our units need to live somewhere. Upgrade has been completed. Time to show new skill. We need more supply depot.
By the number. Been waiting.
Finally, our unit
We can use some help here.
Mineral field exhausted. Time to mate expand and defense. No more minerals in the field.
This better be good.
Ready for dust? Somebody, get me out of this mess.
You need construct additional supply.
Ready for dust off.
This better be good. We could use some help here. Who wants some?
It should have. Need to find a more suitable place. We can lose game.
Somebody, get me out of this mess.
We have exhausted all the minerals. Not attempting to destroy our house. Mineral field is good.
We could use some help. Give us!
Taking up or dropping off.
By the number.
Unacceptable landing zone.
Armed and ready.
Not enough minerals. Make sure your harvester's not gone for the coffee break.
Gangway.
You have not enough minerals.
Who wants some? Affirmative. This better be good. It's go time. Go, go, go. SCV ready. You want a piece of me, boy?
Ready for dust off.
Who wants some?
Talk to me.
By the number. We could use some help.
You need more minerals.
You gonna get
Now what?
this better be good.
Upgrade complete.
Gangway. By the number. Go, go, go.
No more minerals in the field. Don't let your ATV get damaged. It should have happened. You have not enough.
Ready for pickup?
You need more minerals. Not enough minerals. Make sure your harvester's not gone for This has not enough minerals. Harvester should.
We could use some help here.
You need more minerals.
Boy.
Not
Yeah. By the
Not enough minerals. Make sure your harvester's not gone for the coffee break.
this better be
You need more minerals. Your army is under attack. You have exhausted all the minerals in the cluster. Not enough minerals.
want a piece of me, boy.
Harvester's not gone for the coffee break.
SCV ready.
No more minerals in the field. Refinery is out of resources.
Gangway.
Suitable
Coming
place to
through.
land.
Right. Who wants some?
Mineral field is
Ready for dust off.
time to make it fun.
Ready to go.
Upgrade has been completed. Time to show new skill. You have not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Should work harder.
Go, go, go. Speak up.
You have exhausted all the minerals.
Gangway. SCV ready.
Something is blocking the landing.
Roger that.
It should have happened. Your minerals is ended.
Who wants some? Armed and ready.
Ready
Or
for
the
dust off.
ultras.
No more minerals in the field. You need more minerals. Not enough minerals. SCV is we need more minerals. Unacceptable. You
New
have not enough
subscriber
minerals.
detected.
Grandmaster should.
Look at that. He was 700 MMR above me. Notice how hard it was for him to kill me? Even when it seemed like he had the entire map. Toying with his food. He was losing, but then I fucked up the micro. At this point is when I can win. Why no ghost? Because that takes micro. And also I was clearly way too broke. But that kind of game is why I stopped playing Zerg. It feels like I can compete with someone 500 MMR above me in Terran versus Zerg. Whereas I struggle against someone 500 MMR below in Zerg versus Terran. Like, I'll win, usually, but the absolute struggle... It is. Now, that marine tank build is so strong. I made too many SCVs. My Sarah lane struggling? Yeah. Why was Wayne Gretzky good? Was he using OP sticks? Gotta watch out for those big sticks. I think we're gonna watch... Well, I would say let's watch the highest level ZVT. But I don't think there was one in the playoffs. Maybe there was Rainer from Korea. Yeah, the highest level was Clem versus Rainer in Korea. And then Hero Marine versus Rainer. Clem versus Bly. Oh yeah. I'll take all their recommendations. Let me write these down actually. Don't spoil too much, but I'm gonna actually write down the recommendation. Clem versus Bly. Was there a Zerg in the Final Four? Scarlet got to the Final Four on NA, if that counts. Alright, let's go. Recommendations. Recommendations for games that were so good, you'll watch me cast them again. That's pretty much... I mean, we're already doing Scarlet versus Estrella. I mean, like that... Games that aren't obvious because, like, of course, obviously Scarlet versus Estrella. Like, come on. No, not individual games. Whole picture. Well, if one game's good enough, the other ones can be carried. So pretty much anything that, especially outside of the playoffs. Like if you noticed any of you heroes watching the group stage, what's the best tip to get better for a beginner? You're not playing a strategy game. You're playing a real-time game. Build more workers. Everybody, so this is the part where somebody says, Winter, we're waiting for you to show us the good game, so we don't want to spoil ourselves.
New subscriber detected.
Long time.
Thank you, Regium. As well. Me, Oh god. I tried to move the replays over, but now Windows is... Oh, it didn't like that. Okay. We're just gonna hope that doesn't crash my PC in the back. Anyways. Blame the intern. If the intern puts out a patch tomorrow, I'm gonna be so upset. Which, as long... Well, the problem is, the intern put out a patch that broke all of the replays from I Am Katowice. Not like you have to go back and look at them, but it actually just, you can't access any of them. Which is even worse, obviously even worse than having to, like, download an old version of the game. Like, that was the biggest tournament of the year so far. Thankfully, it was pretty far after it, but like... Alright. Was that fixed? Funny. We're gonna do first person look at Hero Marine versus Raynor, which is the highest level TVZ besides Clem versus Raynor.
Dedication will be rewarded.
Insert mean message here. Glad I still enjoy.
Hey! Don't be mean. Hero Marine. Raynor. Two gamers, one much larger than the other. The question is, why does Hero Marine, being the largest gamer, not simply eat the other gamers? Riddle me that. But out of an overabundance of respect for his opponents, he will instead actually play them in StarCraft. So we're going to watch Raynor's epileptic fit. I mean, Raynor's camera to start. Where we'll see how he decides to open up on Ghost River. Raynor playing from Korea to EU, so has that disadvantage, which can be incredibly rough when it comes to microing at very high APM. I'm not sure the rules. I assume the European players will want to play on EU, so, and Raynor, not being in EU, struggles with that. I don't like to bring up ping as, like, a big factor, and obviously most of the games for the regionals, because it's a regional, is not a factor. But in this case, I do think it's a significant handicap for Raynor, is if they're playing on EU, because that's... Now, if they're nice and they give Raynor the... what usually happens if it's like Korea versus Europe is they play on NA West, where both of them have about 140 ping. Sometimes they go back and forth, but I think It is played on EU, I believe, to start. But that's how they split the difference. He killed a drone. My disappointment is immeasurable. My day is ruined. Not only did he not get the third base, so the big issue is getting a third base at all. Getting a third base at all on Ghost River, because there is only one option. You can only take the third base that's on that low ground. There is no... So this is why on your standard map you have usually two options. One might be better, but there is no other option. Unless you're going to go all the way to the fourth, which you can't do when Reapers are sitting outside of your base. So I think Raynor made a misstep to start in not slipping a drone out before the first Reaper, if he wanted that third. And now it's delayed by a pretty significant margin. He's got a Roach Warren on the way. And this is not a unique experience, but it's probably the worst map for it out here. In the, is it new? I guess it's been a month and a half, but that's, in the grand scheme of things, that's still very new. All right, let's let the meta settle. And when we figure out that Terran has a 65% win rate on most of the new maps, then we'll throw a few more in with a slight buff to siege tanks. All right. Lair is all the way. He's going to do... Now, the question is, Nidus or just straight up roaches? This is already going sideways. Because there needs to be some sort of pressure put on. Hero Marine has 3 CC, and even if he doesn't, it's an awkward situation for Zerg. You don't want to be stuck on 2 bases. I don't know what sort of counter-aggression we're looking at. He's got 150 gas in the bank. Infestation Pit. He's not gonna go Swarm House. Is he rushing a hive? Well, I am shocked, somewhat confused, a bit excited, but mostly confused. All right, Overseer gets in. Gonna see the most standard of standard, the biggest of games with the most standard of builds. Done bigly. But the Marine Tank 3cc. He has 3 barracks. Should be going on 4 and 5 momentarily, but it's the build. That is the default right now. That is a 5-minute hive. I don't even know what you get with a hive at 5. Like, Ultras? Even a Viper I don't think is worth it. Like, just, well, we're gonna take a look over on the other side of things. I think we'll, I don't like having the player colors on when we're looking at the player cam. I'd rather look at it like it's my perspective, so you can feel like you're really there. But it can get a little confusing either way. Yeah, the hive is about to be done. Clearly going to be at least 1 Viper. Hero Marine, though, finishing up 1-1. The first 2 medevacs should be pushing out momentarily. He's got the armory on the back. And this is the most cookie cutter down the line 3-base Marine tank. Hero Marine could probably do this build blindfolded. I don't think they make blindfolds big enough, though. Contaminate on the reactor. The reactor's starport. What a play. Viper and Ultraless Cavern in the production tab. Of course, now, this is going to come as a shock. If Hero Marine doesn't just roll him over before the Ultras come out, it will be quite a surprise. This is, by a pretty large margin, the fastest hive maybe not that I've ever seen, but not too far off. Three ultras.
Ready for dust off.
And Hero Marine just sitting on the edge of both sides of creep. Four ultras in production. No chitinous plating. There's going to be a window for the Marines to do damage even against the ultraless, because without chitinous plating, they don't really have the armor to withstand that many Marines. Bit sloppy. Drops out into the Spore Crawler range. 3 more racks and another factory on the way. And the Ultras will be fully operational by the time the main brunt of the force arrives. Sending out the Marines to clear out the 4th base. There's likely a Zergling there. Raynor with 520 APM. Wouldn't neglect that, would he? He did.
Ready for
Not
dust
just
off.
clearing it out. Quite diligent. Out of Big Gabe. 2-2 on the way. +1 mech weapons. And the Ultras are still like, we know they're there. Hero Marine does not. It's getting to the point a Hive would not be a weird choice.
Add-on.
But
complete.
still very early. Does he have Ultra Speed? He didn't research Ultra Speed. There's Adrenal Glands. The anticipation.
Ready to plunder.
There's Ultra Speed. I think Raider gonna wait absolutely as long as possible to reveal the Ultraless. Let Hero Marine commit, and then try to swing that all the way across the map. He's maxed out. There's really nothing else to wait for now. Besides those upgrades.
Add-on complete.
+2, +2. All finished up. And Marines. 3 ghosts already on the way. Here's the thing for Raynor. He's waited so long, the ghosts are just in production. The Banelings. Not perfect targeting, but perfect enough. And this will be the big reveal. The Ultras, but the command center choke point is asphyxiating right now. Viking hits the deck. Cinematically accurate. Now the Marines still doing damage on the other side. Just tanking everything. The Ultras? Where are you gonna go? The ghosts are already on the field. It may have been that Raider kept his powder a little too dry, which is quite a weird phrase, but there were already ghosts. This was just like a normal build out of Hero Marine. If the Ultras had hit with chitinous plating, that would have been a devastating timing. But instead, it just fails. Wow. What a disaster. He waited so long that Hero Marine just kind of had ghosts out. No, the Ultras could have done some damage. If he attacked with chitinous plating. Like, that was the moment. Hero Marine only had some tanks and a bunch of Marines. But instead, he waited for 200 supply and all the upgrades. The thing is, Terran catches up. It's not that it doesn't feel... He had the timing. He just waited. He waited so long. He wanted everything. And he gets nothing. Also, not exactly the greatest attack location either. Honestly, I think Raynor had the edge there. He just... how do you say? The technical term is fucked it up. Alright. I get these guys are two-faced. Just went chill cast, and now we're out here. They're both flipping around, even though Hero Marine has less APM. He's quite commonly flipping between all the screens. Alright, let's go sit in the corner. As one does. Now, I think the Hive run... The thing is... Hero Marine never scouted the Hive. He never knew what the timing was. It, like, everything showed up at a relative... It was a little quick, but it wasn't a surprising time for Ultras. Probably a little quicker than you'd expect in a normal situation, but little did he know those Ultras had been marinating for, like, 2 minutes. I love the idea, but the execution wasn't there. Are these guys playing live? 12 hours in the past, yes. Right now, no. But the stream is live, so I can respond. And, well, you know, I might take another look. Depending on how clever Raynor gets in these next 2 games, this might end up being a cast-worthy game series. Though that's just a painful one. That's one that gets all the, like, oh, Terran is just, that, I can complain about Terran with the best. I might be the best at counter-complaining about Terran. But that game was just Raynor waiting too long. Alright. He missed the window, and then he jumped and fell into the bushes. Reaper. I bet Hero Marine will do the exact same. Well, you know, the Hero Marine throws in some mech, like Hyper Shees, Cyclones, those flavorful units. I don't know if he'll do it. Like, that was a pretty decisive Marine tank victory. Since the nerf of the Widowmine, and Terran subsequently being completely and utterly lost in TVZ, except for when they win, which is most of the time, people have rediscovered the siege tank. Which you might be like, wasn't the siege tank there the whole time? To which I say, that's not really the important point. What is the important point is, the siege tank does exist. And believe it or not, can be used occasionally for things. And that is something I think a lot of Terrans have now, for the first time in many years, rediscovered. Researching siege mode. Alright, researching siege mode is not like it's not the 1 or 2 tanks. Also, the Cyclone is early defense. The siege mode in this sort of economy, in Legacy of the Void, it would be a nerf, obviously, but it's not, since the siege tank is not the go-to unit to defend early timings, it's not really relevant anyways. So, back in the day, we timed everything out with siege mode research, but back in the day, we didn't have Cyclones. Just in general. Oh, we're running by. Raynor did go for the later speed to get his 3rd up, so Hero Marine goes by. Gonna try to get some more drones. Oh. Going to fail at it. He saw the speed timing, but you gotta keep him honest, all right? You gotta have the threat of running by with the Hellions. That's the most important part. It's not the actual damage you do; it's the emotional damage that the potential for running by with Hellions does. All right? I might do it. You don't know. Bake some Zerglings. So the emotional damage limits the economy in further games in the series. Banshee. Does he have Cloak on the way? Indeed he does. So, Mixie and Banshees this time around. I like the Banshees. I think they almost always pay for themselves as long as you put a little bit of effort into them. Just the threat of Banshees is enough a lot of the time. They don't, much like the Hellions, they don't necessarily need to do damage, but they kind of deny any sort of Zergling counters. Also very good, just forcing out detection, and got Overlords creeping around. None of that. 4 more barracks on the... Wow, did he go double engineering, baby, for additional production? This greedy Terran. So 1-1 is already in production before the Evo chambers finish for Rain. The Banshees. Hello. Big Gabe. The creep. Banshee's a little distracted. He's gonna get the drone though. And Overseer coming back. And now that means not as many queens. There's 2 sets of queen knights. Raynor at only 62 drones to 63 SCVs, and really not that many kills. So Hero Marine's done a credible job of limiting the economy up to and including delaying the 4th. Already in a good spot there. The Hellion stayed on the edge of things, threatening with the scans, and it is at this point I realize he does have a 4th base at the 6 o'clock. But that would require looking at the minimap, so that sounds hard. The relevant point is the drone count, but also having that 4th base is very important for Larva. Ah, what do we have here? Even though you can't pick up siege tanks anymore, we're gonna find a nice spot to jam it in right around the corner that can look down upon the Zerg, as one ought to do. 1-1 and combat shield. Not quite done yet. Baneling speed going to be finished afterwards, so Hero Marine in a good position to drive this home. Clearing up the creep. This is not a game-ending push, but the more damage he does... Brenda! Oh, no. Gonna try to go for the tanks, but that positioning denies half the surface area on the siege tank. It will be cleaned up, but at heavy cost. Hero Marine clears the creep. He's setting himself up for another push. It only cost him a siege tank and a couple Marines so far. And he still has the Hellions, which he can turn into Hellbats and soak a bunch more damage. And in fact, he's outflanking the Zerglings. Well, who's outflanking who? More Marines. Baneling's rolling in. The Marine spread more than good enough. And Raynor drops down 40 supply. Bit optimistic with the Banelings off creep. And now a disaster as Hero Marine casually sets up and will hit this base. Raynor does have the other side, but Hero Marine's ready. Big Gabe's land in his command center at the 4th. Hive is on the way, but the only question will be whether it's in time to save the 4th, as opposed to deal with this army. Hellbats still. Vipers. Banshees, oh my. Baneling, he's making more Lings and Banes, but it has gone poorly so far, and there's nothing in this composition that will make it go better. The Vipers are the only option for really finding some cost efficiency. Or, you know, getting a good set with the Banelings. Just say, oh wow. Wow, the Banelings are gone. So that looked like Hero Marine got crushed. And overall, it was a win for Raynor, but Hero Marine actually ended up killing more resources. And at the end of the day, when Hero Marine has more economy and can build this, already has the same army again. The medevac count is now high enough, you can just kind of stop building them. 10 medevacs is pushing the maximum amount overall. Ghost Academy's on the way, another wave coming in. Banelings, ooh. Eating through the Marines. Hero Marine, he saw it as it was coming in, but didn't make the mistake of panicking and just moving back. I'll give him, you know, I don't know if I can give credit. That one was pretty bad too. Blinding Cloud, though, will help clean up the siege tanks. He's gonna have to evacuate and get out, but the Banshees still around. And target firing, you got a Baneling, got 2. And where are the queens? There are 8 queens. I'm not sure where they are. Coming back around, more Banelings. Just picks up, slurps them up into the medevacs, and the entire amphibious fleet here will move out. 2-2 fondly done for Raynor. If he can stop the Marines from ever dropping out of the medevacs, then maybe he'll have a good shot at dealing with this. But... or if Hero Marine just flies him off the map. This is not a particularly fun situation. There's no real force multipliers outside the Vipers. And Raynor doesn't have the economy to just replenish the entire Lingbane army over and over and over again. Some Marauders mixed in for a little bit more beef. Mostly to soak the Banelings as he darts forward. Sees the Banelings coming from the back, cuts through the front, through the Queens. Takes down a butt. Oh my god. And slurps up the survivors. Another wave of Terran is on the way in. Hero Marine just cutting through the better parts of the fight. And the Terrans are spread throughout the field while the Zerg are thinning. Hero Marine living up to his name in another efficient game. Beautiful. Crimson Court. I can't believe. Well, you can't veto all the tough maps for Zerg. There aren't enough vetoes. But this is a tough one to be going into game 3. I will say. Crimson Court is certainly not a incredible map for Zerg versus Terran. Golden Aura was probably the best bet for Raynor. Does he try something? He goes for... what is that up? Did he build the Overlord? No, he built the hatch. 15 hatch with extractor trig or something like that. This is shenanigans. He's building the hatch so early. Yeah. What are you about? Not the spawning pool. Does he save larva? No, it's like he's going for the 3rd. Ah, he's gonna mine through. He's gonna try to get there before the Reaper. You gotta go through the hoops you must mine through in order to get a 3rd base before the Reaper comes out. Ah, I see where you're going with this. And then getting the pool relatively early because he's not going to have gas, so needs queens in a timely manner. Needs to hide a drone. Is that mined through? Yes. Alright. There is no Reaper path over to that side, besides coming around and going through the mineral gap. We'll Hero Marine see it. He may be able to mask it. The Queen pops out a bit early. He sees the mineral wall, and the fucking Reaper gets away. This douchebag. And then he's just gonna go off there and heal on his own. Isn't that supposed to be Zerg's thing? No. Need to have some consistent scouting. Well, at least Rainer got his third up. Partizans are getting an insane scout unit. You know they have overlords, right? Which are quite good. But unlike Reapers, they can be killed. That was just a spiteful grenade. The Brenda bounce. Really no point. It doesn't do nearly enough damage to matter, but sometimes just to make their day a little worse. Delays, whatever. No, sometimes it's just because you can. And that was one of those. And now remember, he put the fear in Rainer's Heart of the Swarm. Now, okay, that one didn't work, but he has the Hellions with the Reaper. Does he run by? Rainer does not have speed. He has queens, but no Zerglings. A run by at the wrong angle could be absolutely devastating. Queens coming around the side. And now we've... So this map started at 6 sets of rocks. And it went down to 4, and we had to have another patch, and now it's down to just 2 on each of those 3 lanes. Who would have thought that 4 sets of rocks or 6 sets of rocks were... 2 is still a bit unwieldy, but at least you can kind of get through it in a timely manner. Thinking about it, the Queen's zoning out for now. Zergling speed on the way. Humarine, he knows there's a base here. That's pretty clear. He just doesn't know exactly how early it was or how committed Rainer is. He saw the mineral wall get... Or it's like the biggest bamboozle of all time, and Humarine's gonna get blindsided. No, he's gonna make Marines with medevacs. This time around, some early aggression, though. Even the Queen's getting their knitting needles out. $16 more lings on the way. It's just a straight up 3-2-1-1 here, right? Yeah. 3 command centers, 2 barracks, 1 factory, 1 starport, 16-ish dudes with drugs and guns. What else? What's not to love? Hell yeah, brother. Big game is tearing through the front. Down goes the Overlord. Rainer at least not supply blocked here. The Zerglings high enough and nobody slurps up back to the main, demonstrating why Rainer probably preferred to take that outside base first. But the Spore Crawler doesn't cover everything. Able to catch some of the Hellions, but that drags a handful of the Zerglings away. The Spore Crawler gun down. What did it do? All right, the innocent Spore Crawler. He's just fighting. He pulls out. They'll expect some of us in the wreckage, but... And now Hero Marine has evened out the worker count, and then we're going to bring mules into the equation, which is an economic disaster. Will Rainer ever financially recover from this? It remains to be seen. Burrow on the way. Lair still not done. This was a very low gas opener for Rainer as he tried to get those bases up. Plenty of queens. He's got good creep spread. Gonna back. Ooh. Those are my thoughts. That's my best commentary I've ever done. The Marines still keeping track of things. Zerglings. Let me at them. All right, form a Zergling chain that makes it very tall so you can rip the medevacs out of the sky. A wave of Banelings. Baneling speed. Terrans don't care too much about those rocks. Down goes an Overlord. Rainer actually doesn't have that much of an Overlord buffer here. Could be supply block quite easily if he tries to build another round. There we go. Adding more. Not that it hasn't happened yet. That's not a real issue. But here, Marine. Lo and behold, we got some siege tanks. We got some Marines. We got, believe it or not, medevacs. Those siege tanks gonna be jammed in. He's trying to fight without baneling speed, and it might seem good, but the siege tank retargets onto the Banes. I lied. He didn't actually target, but now he does. And the Marines split. I can't believe it's not butter. That tank on the high ground is such a pain to deal with. Will finally be taken out. Gets a few more banelings, but Hero Marine, a bit of a lackluster fight. Spots the burrow, though, will gun down a queen, chases her down, and the creep spread was pushed back. Raynor 75, 72, 1, 2, oh, misses the mark! And the Marines evaporate for the price. Now, he tried to stand his ground and target down the Banes, but let's leave it to the French on that one. Hero Marine actually ends up dipping in supply, but he's got a 4th command center. He's got 2-2 on the way. And Raynor focused absolutely everything on getting enough Ling Bane to crush that push. And that means we don't have a hive. In fact, the infestation pit is only halfway done. There's no +2 carapace either. It's just going to be +2 melee up against a soon-to-be fully operational +2/+2 Terran army with a planetary down the center. Is that a cyclone? Who invited you? That had to be a misclick, right? The accidental Thaddeus graces us again with his presence. Down goes a hatch. The Zerglings can't get there in time. Oh! It looked bad, but actually... how much was it? I want to see. The Baneling Mine? Hero Marine walks right over it. So... at this moment, he has 41 Marines. At this moment, 31 Marines. 2 Banelings for 10 Marines. Not bad. Pretty solid trade. So that allows Raynor, for the first time, it seems, in the... well, maybe game 1, but for the first time this game, to have a significant supply lead. And now, the best time for it. As a Hydroden. Hive. 2 more hatcheries on the way. Has to survive to get all these upgrades online. But as long as he can deal with the onslaught of Terran, he's going to have Hive Tech on the other side. But scans through. And this is why it's a bit counterintuitive to burrow Banelings. It's because if they're too close to your base, they'll just scan for the creep anyways. Well, the Widow Mine's on the ground here, looking for the huge chunks, and he finds them. Oh, absolutely meaty here. And the mines are able to take big parts of the army. I think enough that Raynor can't really translate that into any sort of attack. How many goddamn medevacs are there? There's 11 medevacs on the field, but the Widow Mines did a number on them. Another Widow Mine on the back. And another chunk. He didn't kill the hatch, so he saves the hatch. The most important part of all this. Supplies are evening up, though. Did I just hear 8 mule drops with rapid fire? Because the sound effect was like echoed because it was so quick. Of course, Hero Marine has mule drops on rapid fire. That is the most Terran thing I've ever heard. Hero Marine also binds his command center to all of his hotkeys because that makes he can do the thing where he drags his hand across the keyboard at the start. Well, Hero Marine pushing forward. Should be able to clean up this counterattack, which came through the back line. I think Hero Marine actually opened that area up, but I'm not 100% sure. Marines pick up. Liberators. What a play! 17 SCVs down. The Burrowed Bane's finding a better opportunity. The Widow Mine finding a good one as well. The Liberators, a Venn diagram of freedom, taking down Hydralisk. But overall, Raynor cutting into the economy. The thing is, the army supplies are about even. And 3-3 is on the way. There's no other Hive Tech right now. Another Widow Mine. Another chunk of Zerglings taken out. Drilling Claws is done. Drilling Claws is done, which means those Widow Mines do require detection to deal with. The Marines just targeting the base. The tank on the low ground helping out. Gets the base down the center. The Widow Mines are recharging. Another set of Marines can be picked up and just put on the other side of the liberation zones. What a convenient ramp to work with. Widow Mine, he's just trying to bait him into the Widow Mine hits. I don't know if Raynor remembers this at all. Where are the Hydra's going? Baneling's rolling through. He was traumatized before. Mine's looking for another shot. The Liberators pincushioning the Hydras, actually winning the fight against them, which is remarkably unfortunate. And now 3-3 is done. Has Hero Marine taken? No, he's back to 84 SCVs. That Liberator finally taken down. And good luck getting through there. Hero Marine with the classics. Even as a ghost in the mix. The Marines are trying to back off. The Liberators are covering. There's not nearly enough Banelings here. The Hydras learning that a bit too late. More Banelings coming through. 4 Banelings isn't going to cut it. 40 Banelings, maybe. Another base down. Raynor, with his underground tricks, has managed to keep it together between the burrows and the mineral line and across the field. But Hero Marine has barely been stalled as his economy. With equal economies and a stronger upgraded unit composition. Is there even a Viper? There are no Vipers. It's just Hydraling Bane. He doesn't have 3-3 on the way. Adrenal glands either. The Burrow Banes pulls back. Fusion Core. Desperate to make those Burrow Banes work, but there's no way. Even if they're not going to kill the ghosts, even if they kill the Marines, they'll be replaced by something worse. Hydras, Lings, and Banes trying to clear it up. Oh, the planetary isn't dying! Alright, finally goes down, but the Terran army down the center pulls back. Banelings trying to roll in. Marines splitting. Ghosts finding a better angle. Yeah, eats a few of them. Snipes coming through. More Banelings rolling around the back. Siege tanks still intact. Snipes out the Hydras. And the cost efficiency. Medevacs overhead. Meanwhile, more units chasing down Hydras. The ghosts are picked up. The reinforcements coming across. And the army supply just isn't there. Ghost dying as dramatically as always. Another drop. Well, actually, I think he just kind of wandered across over there. Advanced ballistics. Halfway down. Hero Marine has barely slowed down at home. There's been a few hiccups with the Banelings. Raynor, though, conventional Zerg just doesn't stack up. In fact, I think Hero Marine, he has 16 medevacs, which I feel confident in saying this. That's way too fucking many medevacs. That is way too many medevacs. And his army is a little worse off for it. I think 12 is the absolute upper limit. 16 is absolutely gratuitous to the point of cutting into your army supply. Not sure what Hero Marine is waiting for here. Possibly overestimating. Oh, he's sending out a fake medevac drop. I think he'd like that to be a real drop. But he doesn't have enough unit. I like it. Sends out the fake. Oh, Banelings rolling in. That is an advanced way of losing your supply. He could have at least sold it a little better, but an attack at the front, he did drag some of the army supply out of the way. Infestor burrows. The first infestor of the series. We'll see. He gets a fungal on the medevacs mostly. Which, the minefield. Hero Marine cleans up one army. Raynor cleans up one army. Hero Marine back over to the right flank. In fact, Hero Marine is at increasing risk of throwing this game, as Raynor has managed to hold on to enough bases and enough economy to build the units that are desperately needed. He's been kicking and screaming, dragged into infestors. Maybe, if he gets annoyed enough, he'll try Vipers again. Caduceus Reactor is now on the way.
New subscriber detected.
Thank you. The ghosts, the marauders, more than enough while the Marines are cut away, and the medevacs will pick up the rest. Hydra's too much. Though every time, so Hero Marine only committing about 1/3 of his supply to any of these fights, which most of the time is a good thing. But Raynor starting to consolidate. He doesn't have any of the ultra late game units, which somewhat ironically are not ultras. Oh, the fungals on the clump of medevacs. He has more medevacs than units here. He drops ghosts in on top of the base. Hero Marine, big game, what are you doing? Either way, though, the supply for Raynor is... Hero Marine is doing his absolute best to make this a game. But it's a... He knocks out another base to the right. Hatchery in a bit of an uncomfortable location. Everything coming together as he's finally found a hard target. The hatchery is in the way. This is private property, sir. That'll be enough. High Sarcado tracking and building armor. I can't believe Hero Marine. And he has money in the bank, but he just started it. Zoning Planetary does its job. Sandbags this attack. Another command center wandered off, stranding some of the Hydras. And that's just too much. Hero Marine drags it out. Honestly, probably overestimating Raynor's position for quite a while there. And Raynor almost able to drag it back, but the momentum was too much. 3-0 for big game.
Hell, it's about time.
And down goes the last Zerg. I mean... Yeah. Raynor wasn't able to find any of the fights he needed. When was this match? It was about 12 hours ago. Actually, no, I think that one was 2 days ago, because it was far enough back in the playoffs. There were no Zergs on the last day. So, Raynor did have the severe handicap of playing from Korea. Thing is, you can't play the Swarm Zerg anymore. Cyril can maybe get away with it, but that's because Cyril always has the late game ready by the time it's needed. Who allows Ghost River? What did you want? Dynasty? Did you want to play on Dynasty for the first map? Is that what you wanted? What's Swarm Zerg? Swarm Zerg is essentially not building... Swarm Zerg is Hydraling Bane with maybe Vipers. It's not enough. You need, like, Lurkers, or Infestors, Broodlords even, maybe, like... In Raynor's mind, he will lose to a good Terran in a standard game when he has 200. Those were pretty standard. Game 1, I think he had the advantage. But what happened to Muta? Marines? So Mutas are much like Hydras in that they're expensive, except they're more expensive and worse at killing Marines. Also, they're soft countered by cyclones. In case you need spot defense. No, mutas were great in Wings of Liberty, but then we added the Widow Mine. And in Legacy of the Void, the economy, you start with 12 workers. So that gets you into 2 bases. The strength of mutas before Legacy of the Void was kind of dictating the pace of the game. But, and a lot of the times you do that in like a quick 2 base or something like that. You limit them, keep them from getting a 3rd. But that's just not possible. You can't get mutas fast enough to keep them from expanding now. And then if they scout them at all, they get easily countered. Like the build time of the lair and the spire are still relatively the same. It's just that, so that amount of time is still static compared to what it was in like Wings of Liberty. But your opponent will by default have a lot more ready by the time the mutas show up. Yes, you can get more mutas, but it's mutas like they drop off pretty fast once your opponent has a counter. Partially because if you look away for 3 seconds, they may all die. What's the history between Raider and Hero Marine? I bet, I assume Raider has one more overall. Yeah. Right now, the mid game for Zerg versus like, I think the Mastling Bane into Hive is the best bet. Like, getting Hive tech units and hoping they can't micro well enough.
Your dedication will be rewarded.
Like Ultras,
More
quick enough.
mutas,
Like
more months.
Vipers, like adrenal glands. I don't think you can compete on Lair tech. I think you'll just lose. Like, getting upgrades is cheaper for Terran now. So, if you stay on your basic upgrades, like, and basic tech for too long, you'll just get outdone. Yeah, and also remember, Banelings have 5... Another thing is Banelings have 5 less HP than they did a year ago. Remember Raynor won Gamers 8 against Cure. Mostly because Cyril got knocked out in ZVZ. But anyways, but every single one of the Banelings has 5 less HP. Which adds up. The maps are pretty all-around bad for Zerg. Yeah, a combination of... I mean, we've had the maps for a month. It really, like, it's been a bit now. We even nerfed the maps. Zerg need to use Nidus more? You mean the thing that costs more than 2 medevacs before you even get anything? To do what? What are you gonna send a Nidus into their main? They can kill it. What is it? What are we looking at right now? Amphion isn't so bad. I think this one just got vetoed by all the Zergs. Actually, we could just look. So, in EU, Terran had a 2/3 win rate against Zerg. Zerg and Protoss were about even, and then Terran was at... So there were 71 PvPs, which is hilarious. The most common matchup throughout the entirety of the tournament. It was Protoss versus Protoss. There were only 27 TVZs. We just watched 1/9 of them. So really not that much data to draw from. Yeah. And then, of course... So here are your qualified players for DreamHack Dallas. You may notice a trend, and that is that MaxPax is there. He will likely, almost certainly, decline, and then Raynor will get the slot because he's next on the list. Look at this shin right here. So there may be two. And there's like a decent, a high chance Cyril will show up, but he'll have to play the open bracket. So, not that that's, I think, a big deal for him, but if Cyril does end up competing. Did Lambo try to qualify? Yes. Lambo lost to Hero Marine before Raynor did. That was the match before. Hero Marine always he's always so consistent. It's impressive how, he really steps it up for the big tournaments, too. Unfortunately, this is gonna sound like insult. He doesn't have that, bleeding edge. He's like Cure. Where it's not flashy at all, but he's just good, right? And that consistency carries him. I don't want to watch. There's so many TVTs and TVPs. I don't know. Well, America's at least. I like looking at the bracket. I'm gonna spoil the Asia bracket, guys. I don't know what we're gonna find in there. I'm noticing something. I don't know. So, there's also another confusing part. Coffee played Terran to beat Nice, but then he played Protoss against Oliveira and lost 4-0. Coffee played Terran the whole time until the finals. Where he played Protoss. I don't know if he thought he had a better chance with Protoss. I don't know. I don't know what's up with that, to be honest. But he dominated his Terran. He doesn't ever beat him. Yeah, Oliveira has crushed him repeatedly, and that continued. Oliveira, that's essentially like Oliveira's in Masters and everyone else is in Diamond. I'm sorry to the rest of the region. They're all Grandmasters, but that's where it is right now. Can you switch race mid-series? I'm not sure. No Solar? Solar got knocked out of GSL too early. Oh, wait, no. Wait, why is Shin in? It's off of ESL point, I think. Yeah. Depends on the tournament, but Solar has not been doing incredible. But yeah. Well, if you guys like PvP and TVP, you're gonna have a good time. I don't know. The map, I don't know who picked the maps. They're upsetting. Because they are so clearly Terran favored. I joke that maps are Terran favored, but these are some of the most Terran favored maps I've ever seen. They're so... having a mineral wall... Dynasty, 80% win rate, TVZ. There's not much data, because Zergs just veto it. But you can't veto every map. Notice how many games were played. Less than half. Can't the gold mineral wall? Not on Dynasty. That's why it's vetoed. Ghost River. Pretty even. But it's another map that we don't have much data, I think partially because people veto it. So another key point is on both of these maps, you can't reliably take a third as Zerg. The ZVP is fine, by the way. ZVP is really good right now, actually. Crimson Court. This one gets played a little more. 69% win rate for Terran. It's slowly come down as we've reduced the amount of rocks from 6 to 2 now. Terran also with a near 60% win rate against Protoss, but also, oh, by the way, look at this one for ZVP. 32% win rate. So 31% against Terran, 32% against Protoss. Because you can't reliably take a third as Zerg. And all the choke points everywhere, and you can't really attack in either. It's pretty obvious what the trend is there. So the one map that Zerg does okay on, of the new ones, is Post-Youth. Which, not great. Protoss having a tough time, but it's because pass, you can take a third, and there are two different options, as well as it's relatively open. So you can kind of fight. Amphion is only slightly Terran favored. Except in PvT, where it's heavily Terran favored. So what we have is 4 maps that are between slightly and overwhelmingly Terran favored, and 1 map that is slightly Zerg favored of the new one. In Terran versus Zerg. I'm talking about why we didn't see any Zergs anywhere close to the finals. 1, Cyril's not here. Cyril would make these maps look silly, of course, obviously. As is by default. But we're not letting the old maps go. We've got other maps with way more data. Oceanborn, 54% win rate for Terran. It's not overwhelming, but this is like the best you're gonna get, so Zergs will not veto it. And slightly favored for Terran against Protoss. But 54% is still... It's pretty considering the data set. Site Delta is actually Zerg favored, I believe. About the same level. So I think this is why we see these 2 maps in like every series. Is because Oceanborn is slightly Terran favored, Site Delta slightly Zerg favored. And that's why they keep showing up, because that'll usually be the whole process. Like, and it's within that 5% or so. And look at ZVP, and so you're like, well, that's pretty. But look at ZVP and TVP. 50%. It's close to the most balanced. And Alcyone. $51, slight Terran, and then Zerg against Protoss. So Protoss struggles here. Why? Because it's hard to keep a 4th base at all. You can't really take advantage of the gold as Protoss. And the map gets a little too wide. So I think that contributes. Like, if you get to that 3-4 base scenario, it's hard to pick an attack angle and stick to it without getting counterattacked. That's why we see so many base trays with Protoss in them. Are there any more maps? I can go look. Golden Aura. Golden Aura. Golden Aura. Besides ZVP, our most balanced. 49.5. So. And then only slightly Terran favored in PvT. And then ZVP is a struggle, but this is because any map where Protoss can hold on to 4 bases, there's choke points at both third bases. You're probably going to end up fighting Sky Toss, and if you're not Serral. So, the summary is, of the old maps, they are, in TVZ, middling. Like, it evens out to about 50-50 for Terran versus Zerg. Of the new maps, it evens out to about 60-40 for Terran versus Zerg. Which, fair and balanced, right? And the beautiful thing is we're going to continue to get very little data. Because Zerg players are going to continue vetoing as many of those as possible. They will occasionally get forced into one of them, but would you prefer more standard maps? Now that's a big question. So a lot of the issues are with what we choose to make. Like, for example, the newest thing was healing shrines, which didn't get added to any of the maps, even some of the ones that had them in the Team Liquid map contest. Healing shrines would disproportionately benefit Protoss and Zerg. Now, it is a bit of a gimmick, but so are mineral walls. So are, I like the idea of the new worker-only paths. Which worker-only paths where they can only mineral walk through, which is another way of denying Reapers. I think it's a bit ridiculous that there's maps that not just 1, but like 2 or 3 Reaper cliffs. Like, why? It's excessive, in my opinion. Reaper cliffs are just for Terran. It literally is just for Reapers, and for Colossi when they want to get caught away from the rest of the army. So things like pervert pillars are mostly for Zerg, but overlords can be killed. Stop oppressing Zerg. Well, the problem at the end of the day is Zerg just feels like you're getting bullied until you can fight back. The Reaper cliffs are there because as Terran, it is very hard to scout, especially Protoss early, and deal with early all-ins. The thing is, we're still adding all these Reaper cliffs, despite changing the Cyclone to be essentially a default early defense unit. So the combination of all the scouting you ever wanted and a spammable early defense unit has made it very hard to do anything that would threaten a Terran early without them knowing about it, while still giving them options to threaten you. You'll see this a lot in Clem versus Max Packs, where the Reapers are still incredibly annoying. And then the Cyclone shows up and it's a completely deadly unit, even though it's supposed to be more of like a utility defense. I think there's just too many tools. There's too for the highest level players. Obviously, you struggle. The problem at the end of the day you don't even have to go far. Besides the fact that we saw that there were more Protoss versus Protoss than any other matchup at all. Tells you, well, the tournament started with 17 Protoss. There are 32 slots. So, like, that tells you some of it. But yeah, Zerg has always been a struggle. This is the ladder, by the way. This is the ladder percentage of all the players on the ladder. 35% Terran, 26% Zerg. Now, we can just go to Grandmaster. Alright. Now we can go to the only region that it really matters, which is Europe. And now we see the struggle. Because there's such a difference that I don't think can be reconciled between best of ones, between very good players, and best of anything else between players who are playing a series at the highest level. I don't know how you deal with that. Because it's not even balancing for necessarily the best of us. Like, if you nerf Protoss at all to deal with this, well, they're going to continue losing. So, we're back where we started. I'm just lamenting how few Zerg games I'm gonna have to cast. Because of this, by the way. Like, literally, there are less Zerg games in all of the tournaments than there are PvP. So, pity me. I mean, I guess I didn't have to cast, I didn't have to suffer through that many PvPs live. I think they were almost all cast. Which is kind of ridiculous. Where's that poll? I did a poll of, on YouTube. Many of you may have participated. Of what race would you most like to see? Or, like, which StarCraft 2 race is the most fun to watch, I guess. Is another way of asking the question. And these were the results. With 25,000 votes, which is like a significant chunk of the people who even play StarCraft 2. I mean, I think the vast majority of those votes do not play StarCraft 2, but that's my point. We got there. Almost there, I promise. I thought it would be close. Like, I really thought it would be kind of close with maybe an edge here or there. It was not. Ignore the... I picked the, Protoss just to help him out. It didn't help much. In fact, I could get another... So... Like, that is way, like... I truly thought... Yeah, there we go. That now that looks more explanatory. I truly thought it would be, like, maybe 5%. No. Double. Zerg over Protoss. Double. That's, like, thousands more. Which is my lamentations here. Did Dark get knocked out? Dark is still in GSL. This is regionals do not include GSL. GSL is considered the regional for Korea. Terran players who only play Terran. Yeah, you know what? Of the people who voted for Terran, I bet that's the highest percentage who actually play. Do you think it's because more people play Zerg? Okay, what is the attention span? Okay, let's go back. We're gonna go 2 minutes into the past where we show how many people play each race. You remember this. Back to the graph. Not that one. I think I did do a poll of that at some point too, but... So this is how many... Zerg is by far the, like, by a significant amount, the least popular. But that's not really relevant here. That's of all players on the ladder right now. That's too small to read. Was the red line lower or higher than the blue one? All right. So, this was from a while ago. Only 15,000 votes. But this is why I was surprised at this. Here is... Here is the last time I polled what race people play. Or would play if they had to pick. 34, 33, 33. With 15k votes, so not as many, but... But, yet... What is the most fun to watch? So that is the disparity. Terran staying consistent, as is customary, and also I assume how the balance council works. Protoss and Zerg like good games. Terrans like Terran. Protoss players are like, yeah, Protoss games are pretty shit because they just cheese. Which is not the case. I think Dark skews that a lot, but... Alright, no more salt. Thank you for watching the YouTube stream. We're gonna check out Foundry. I'm gonna play a game where you mine minerals to build bases. With, like, robotic construction suits. Which is way away from my normal, sort of purview, but... The map selectors? I don't actually, because most of those maps were not in, like, the top of the Team Liquid map contest. It's, like, yeah, the Team Liquid map contest is like an opinion poll, and then they're like, ha, no. But I'm gonna get too salty if I keep, I was getting too salty playing, so now I just got salty casting instead, that's better. But before we get too far down that road and start going in circles. I have a contest? Well, the thing is when they don't use the map that won, I believe it was Anomaly Found. Okay. Like, I don't think you'd use all of the finalists, but at least the one that won the map, like that one, should be seriously considered, in my opinion. Like, not all 5 of the top ones. Just... Which one won? Ah, yes. So, no, we're not done. I'm still going, guys. So these were the top 5 in the last map contest. We got El Dorado, which is Golden Wall version 2. Silver Flame. Sacred Isle. Anomaly Found. These, not a single one. Not a single one made it. Now I realize not a single one of the top 5. What about the finalists? These are... There's Dynasty. There's Ghost River. There's Amphion. There's Crimson. Well, the original name was Crimson King. Wait, no, that's a different map. That's definitely not Crimson Court. Yeah, that's Crimson Court. So, like, this map is quite interesting. I thought it was a really cool one. It won. That anomaly found should be on the, at the very least. Like, that has to be kind of demoralizing for map makers. Sure, you win and you get like first place like $500, so that's cool. But is that enough to last you until the next like, if you win the Team Liquid map contest, you should get your map on the ladder, especially if we have 9 maps. The other 4 I can see kind of picking out, right? But it is somewhat confusing. I'd like to see the pros bullied into playing winning maps. It's not even that crazy, the winning map. Usually the winning map is not a crazy map. Like, there will be crazy maps that get high up, but Anomaly Found is a little weird, but way less than Dynasty or Crimson Court. Who picks? It's ESL. From my understanding, it is ESL does it. Who runs the tournament. They run 90% of the tournament, so they pick the maps for the map pool. Directly or indirectly, I mean, directly, yes. But I don't know what process is used for that, but either way, I want to play Foundry, and Cursus recommended it. It's the life of an SCV. I'll see you on the other side, YouTube. We're gonna play happy games, and I'm gonna cast good games. And I only complain and I only rant about this stuff because I do care about it. I want to show my bias is good games for the fans. And when 44% of people say that Zerg games are the most fun games, and then we don't see a single Zerg in the round of 8 of any of them besides NA, it's rough. Yes, not having Protoss also sucks. Too many mirror matchups suck. But Cyril, well, our beacon, hopefully he goes to Dallas. That would be quite a story. He goes through the open bracket. Wouldn't be the most surprising, but all right. See you guys on the other side on YouTube. Be right back. On Twitch,